Welcome to activity number 12. We're getting there. This one is also linked to noticing practice. So far we've asked you to just pay attention to autopilot and not autopilot. We've given you some ideas about how to get off autopilot in your day-to-day with whatever you normally do. And we've asked you to just notice what happens when you're anxious. And we've given you some ideas for grounding skills. So now we want to take all of that and get you to practice noticing with your teenager. And I think a helpful metaphor that may be quite fitting is that of a tornado. Imagine you're in the middle of a tornado and there's just like this whirling vortex going around you. And there's dust and debris, and I watch too many Hollywood movies. Maybe there's a car caught up in it or a house. Just bring this all to mind. If you want to close your eyes and just picture it, that's even better. Just this whirling vortex of stuff, and you can't see beyond it. So you have no idea what's going on the other side of the tornado. Not a comfortable feeling. Let that go. And now imagine yourself over here and the tornado is over there. And you can watch the tornado from a distance. You can see all the dust and debris, but you can also look left and right and up and down, and you can see everything else. You can see your escape route. You can see what else is happening around you. You've just got this bigger perspective because you're watching from the outside. And if you're doing this eyes closed, notice even if your body feels a little different as you imagine being in a tornado in the middle versus outside where you've got more flexibility and more room to maneuver. And what we're going to ask you to do is when you're in moments with your teen, or maybe you're approaching a moment that you can predict is going to happen and your own thoughts and emotions are swirling around, see if you can just pause. You might want to take a couple of breaths, maybe not. Play around with it and see if you can just watch your thoughts and feelings like a tornado. Just from a bit of a distance. Just watch them swirling around. You don't have to do anything to them. The tornado's over there. You can just walk over here and do whatever it is you need to do. So you get some distance from the tornado. And if a different metaphor works better for you, then go for it. Sometimes people think of their thoughts and feelings as being, just a picture they're looking at on the wall at an art gallery, and they can look at it from a distance. They can notice it. They can be curious about it. They do not have to be overcome by it. So we just want to start to dip inside and notice the thoughts and feelings that show up either before or during our interactions with our teen, and just see if we can treat them just like something we're looking at, just like we did with that tornado. You might even want to try considering that your teen has the same thing going on, where they're in the middle of the tornado, and it's very hard for them to see outside. They need your help on this. And if you can remember that, see if you can just look at your teen, notice what they need, validate it from outside the tornado. And that might mean remembering that they're in the tornado. Validating might sound something like, gee, you know what, you seem really anxious, and I can only imagine it's because you've got 2 tests next week and school's really important and you want to do really well. Just validate the tornado that they're in. See your own thoughts and feelings from outside the tornado so you're not quite so overwhelmed by them. And see if you can just meet your teenager's need, or at least be there with them. See how that goes.